Hey, welcome to my channel. I am so glad you're stopping by just to check to see what today's video is going to focus on. Well, if you've watched any of my shorts, you know that I traveled out of the Philippines and went back to the United States for a quick visit. And if you're a foreigner, there's a number of things that you're going to need to do before you can definitely leave the Philippines with a clear mind and conscience. So this video is going to focus on paying your terminal tax and your travel tax. Now, I purchased my airline ticket through the airline directly, and I'm glad I did. If you watched my last video, it talked about making sure that your name on your e-ticket matched your passport, because if it didn't, it will be a costly mistake, and I didn't want any reason to be turned away at the airport. The other reason I paid my ticket directly through the airport was just for that very reason. I could deal directly with the airport and not have to deal with maybe a third party. And then it's just a lot of pressure, and I didn't want to have to worry about it. And for a person who has high anxiety all the time about all these little things, it just made more sense for me. And if you are less anxious than I am, you do you. But anyway, you're still going to have to pay your terminal tax and your travel tax. Now, since I purchased my e-ticket through the airline directly, my terminal tax was already part of the price. So that was like the easiest part of everything so far. My travel tax, all I had to do was go on the website. Now, both your terminal tax and your travel tax, could you pay for that at the airport on the day that you traveled before you go and check in? Sure. But I like to take care of everything ahead of time, personally, just in case there's any problems. Then I can make sure that I have plenty of time to fix it. And if you watch my last video, you'll know why. Make sure your name matches your e-ticket and your passport. I cannot even say that enough. Anyway, on today's video, today's focus. So, the Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority, or TIEZA, is where you're going to be paying your travel tax. Now, I traveled economy class, and if you travel business class, first class, whatever, this video, you're going to have to pay more, like in the 2000s. I don't know exactly because I paid economy class. So you're basically going to have to follow the same procedure. You're just not going to have to pay the amount I did. You'll pay more. But anyway, for the economy class, it costs 1,620 pesos plus a 50 peso processing fee. Now, if I used, credit card and GrabPay, as I'm trying to pay online, I would have an additional 1.4% processing fee on top of that, but I use GCash. But anyway, so my total came to 1,670 pesos total. And this is how I did it. I went onto their website, the tieza, tieza.gov.ph website. And one of the things that it will come up before you start inputting all the information, it's going to tell you, check your airline ticket, check your booking confirmation, check your itinerary to maybe you've already paid it, and maybe you have. And it's going to be on your receipt. I did not, so I knew I was not free and clear. I had to pay this and go online to do it. So once you get past that, yeah, check, it's not on there. Input your passport information and input your departure date. Choose your payment method, and it could be mobile, credit card or debit card, bank transfer, or over the counter. I chose GCash. And so my total was, again, 1,670 pesos. Since I used GCash, I then had to input my phone number, hit next, and then through GCash I got an OTP. I had to log into GCash and make sure that everything's fine there. Went back to the TIEZA site, and then I received a slip via my computer or my phone, and I select pay the 1,670 pesos, and then I received an email of payment. And I personally keep a hard copy of everything when I travel. I don't care if it deals with a hotel, my airline, any of it, all of it. I have a copy of all of it. I scan, if it's a hard copy I receive, like when I talk about my next video is going to talk about the ECC, and I get a copy of that, I scanned that. I think I've talked about why I scan paperwork, and then got a printout of it also. But that's going to be my next video, is talking about the ECC. But this video, terminal tax, super easy. Make sure, have you already paid that through within your the cost of your airline ticket anyway? And then travel tax, if you don't want to pay it at the airport and you want to take care of it ahead of time, do it online. Super, super easy. And I think that's it. Make sure you bring hard copies, and I think you'll be fine if you use it on the phone. But again, I mentioned, I'm a highly anxious person. I like hard copies, and I don't trust my electronics to actually not fail on me in my time of need. So I'd rather have a hard copy. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, listening. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.